All right, getting started any minute. Welcome again. My name is Kian from Star Producer Academy, and with me here today is my business partner, Ollie Torma from Finland. Well, he's actually in New York now with me, and he's behind the camera. So hi, Ollie. Welcome to everyone. Let's get started. We're super excited and super pumped to be on today's live training, special training entitled Star Producer Mastery, how to build a 7-figure star personal brand online in just 7 weeks without the tech overwhelm or being a pro on camera. Let's get started. So what is the big, hairy opportunity? We've heard of big, hairy, audacious goals, right? This is a very consultant speak here. Found this guy with a big, hairy beard there. It's a big opportunity we're going to be talking about, but it's also a little bit hairy. And why star personal branding? Plus, can you really sell high-ticket programs, products, and services using funnels and online marketing, and specifically Facebook marketing? Now, today there's a new celebrity or star in the world, and it's you, the expert, the trusted advisor, the mission-driven tech entrepreneur. You have a message to share with the world and a gift that can make a real difference. So in this 1-hour training, we're gonna be talking about how you can follow your purpose and your passion, and at the same time build a highly profitable 6 or even 7-figure expert brand, or what we call a star personal brand, so you can impact lives while making a difference in the world. How? Well, through the power of automated lead generation via high-impact videos and Facebook marketing, just like what we're doing right now. I'll be sharing plenty of case studies of our clients and my own personal experiences of consulting with Fortune 100 companies, generating 4, 5, or even 6-figure clients. I've been in front of the camera, successfully reaching tens of millions of people online, and behind the camera as an Oscar contender film producer. Importantly, if you're a little frustrated with having to piece together this gigantic jigsaw puzzle of online traffic generation, video marketing, and production and technology, then stay tuned to this very special presentation because it could absolutely transform your life. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to give a couple of special gifts. Gift number 1, Purpose, Passion, Freedom online workshop. There's over a dozen hours of content and video valued at $297. Stay to the end. We'll explain exactly how you're going to get access to that. Gift number 2, we just finished this 25-page manual, The Ultimate Guide to Selling High-Ticket Coaching and Consulting Services, especially if you're in this expert industry. So the key concept here, or the mega trend, is digital disruption, and this is transforming our world as we speak. Uber is a classic example of this digital disruption. They predict in the next 10 years or so, through autonomous cars, over 10 million jobs will be destroyed, from obviously the taxi drivers to different industries affected, even insurance. It's going to reshape our economy. What's this going to mean to the average person? Well, the workforce is going to freelance. Already about a third of the US workforce are freelancers, but the trend isn't stopping. We're going to go to like 40–50% freelance in another 5 to 7 years or so. So the consulting opportunity thus is exploding. Everyone, they're being laid off, or they realize there's no job security in big companies anymore, so they're becoming experts in their little niche, right? They're becoming consultants. So the consulting opportunity is exploding. $254 billion industry, as mentioned, over 50% of the workforce by potentially 2020 from Forbes. Full-time jobs are really a lot harder to get these days. Another mega trend is e-learning and digital marketing. It's a $100 billion industry, each of them. And it's going to be predicted to go to $300 billion in about 7 or 8 years, tripling. This huge gold rush is really e-commerce. I think Amazon's doing over $100 billion a year already, and there's about $500 billion a year done by the industry. It's just growing exponentially here. But the truth is, online marketing, if you've been online, it's brutal. That's the truth. Right? A lot of people make it sound really simple or easy, but it isn't as easy or simple as A lot of marketers are saying. That's the truth. Just one industry example, affiliate marketing, there's I think over 50 to 100,000 affiliates in this one particular company, and they're very transparent. They say that less than 1% of their affiliates are making over $500 a month. If you've been to all these internet marketing conferences, if you've tried to market your products and services, whether you're a coach or a consultant, a broker, a doctor, a chiropractor, restaurant, you know it's not as easy as it sounds. So how are you going to stand out when there's all this gold rush surge online? Everyone wants to make money online these days. They want to work from home. They want to do things virtually. Yes, there is gold at the end of the rainbow, but how are you going to stand out? Well, what do all these gurus do, but they don't really teach in depth, right? For a reason as well. You've got Brendon Burchard, Experts Academy. He's the expert guy. How do you position yourself as an expert? Grant Cardone, he's the sales guy. Tony Robbins, the why guy, the motivation guy. Gary Vaynerchuk as well, the social media guy, as well as the motivation, work your butt off type of guy. And Ty Lopez, the book a day guy, right? They all utilize high impact video, right? In some form or another. There's different styles of high impact video. We're going to talk about one specific type of high impact video that could transform your business. Now, my goal for you today is really threefold. Number one, to have what you need to, one, build a 7-figure star expert brand using the power of high impact video marketing. Number two, how to use our 5-step strategic star infomercial funnel, that's a term we created, star infomercial funnel on Facebook to automate lead generation and get you your first high ticket client online. We're talking about 2-3 grand up to potentially 10 grand clients in just 49 days. And finally, all without the tech overwhelm and having to learn all the fancy video editing that you've been seeing, or being a pro on camera. So who is this webinar for? There's really 4 or 5 categories. There's the expert industry, right? The coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers. That's one category. You could be a doctor or a lawyer or chiropractor or a gym owner or a hospitality restaurant owner, for example. That's another category. Then there's the broker industry where you're selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of real estate, or insurance broker, or mortgage and finance broker, or even a business broker. And then there's the new breed of digital marketers, the social media marketing agencies. There's 30 million small businesses out there, and they're struggling to figure out social media. They need you to help them along the line. And then there's the tech startups to newbie online e-commerce entrepreneurs out there, or digital e-marketers, you could say. So we can cater for a whole range of things because video is needed by pretty much everyone in business. Anyone who really wants to master video marketing online. So here's what we're going to cover specifically. 3 key secrets that could transform your personal brand and your business. The exact business model to making 6 or even 7 figures online using our 5-step process that you can start immediately even if you're not internet famous, okay? Number 2, how to perfect your script. You need to perfect your pitch. How do you perfect your 90-second or 2-minute trailer pitch, you could say, on camera using our GREAT, great high impact video formula, and then create the Facebook ads to drive traffic to your funnel. And then finally, how to enroll high ticket clients on the phone. Anything that's super high ticket, you're gonna do a little bit of phone sales by offering a transformational program. And then getting your prospects to ask you all about your program so you don't feel salesy or pushy, or your sales team doesn't have to feel like they're being salesy or pushy. First up, let's talk about the power of just one high-impact video and how it can transform your business. And it did for us as well. Earlier in the year, we launched this new academy, 175,000 views, just this one Times Square, a bunch of superheroes here to really kind of attract people's attention. That's a thumbnail, but it's actually inside the video. 90 seconds, that's all it was. But it generated for us hundreds and hundreds of leads, not just leads, but people who wanted us to call them. And it generated over 6 figures in income and even equity, share and profit sharing with certain companies. Just one video on Facebook. Our latest Facebook video ad, this is literally only 2 videos that we've done for the whole year. This one's generating even better costs, lead acquisition costs. And we'll explain how much it's dropped actually, about 50%, just by retargeting, right? And that's the power of Facebook. We'll get into that. And to showcase some, a few clients of ours, Ikram American, one of the top property investors in Asia, one of the top Airbnb hosts. We helped him just in a few weeks get these type of results. He was, had a $1,000 ad budget, generated $24,000 from Facebook. He was selling $2,000 tickets through his workshop. This guy, Ben Simkin, from Australia, we helped him promote his workshops here in New York City. Check out this short testimonial, what we call high impact video. Very simple, you can do this stuff. The power of testimonials. Check this out.
Just want to give a shout out to Kian. I've met Kian recently, and every dealing with him has been incredible. He's an amazing person. He's smart. He's preeminent. He's just an amazing guy, and he's helped me a lot to get the word out here in New York about what I'm doing, and really appreciate it. So he's a fantastic guy.
If you get a chance to work with Ben, he's a marketing genius on Facebook. $1.4 billion in sales speaks for itself. So thank you for coming to New York, Ben, and
thank you,
look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. And recently, Lauren and Chris Klein, power couple from Pittsburgh. Lauren is known as the Pittsburgh property dealer diva. She does over 100 deals a year for the last 3 years, $15–20 million in production. She became a $9,000 coaching client of ours in just a few calls. And they'd made that decision within less than 2 weeks from first contact from seeing our Facebook video. Cold traffic. Dr. Mel Gill, one of the international best-selling authors based in Chicago and Singapore, sold 1 million copies of his book, The Meta Secret. You can see a picture of him here in front of thousands of people. He charges $100,000 for a speaking gig, for a weekend speaking gig. And he joined us in just one call. It was literally one of those one-call closes, you could say. And David Lim, world-renowned keynote speaker, is the first guy to lead an expedition from Singapore to Mount Everest. And 15 years running, he's been one of the top 4 or 5 keynote speakers, Fortune 100 companies who hire him to deliver a 1-hour speech, and he charges like $7,000 to $10,000 US. And he got his first ever group coaching client through being part of our coaching program. Before, his clients were just Fortune 100 clients. He never, thought you could get clients online and do it this particular way. And we've even attracted the likes of Shark Tank's Kevin Harrington, who spoke at one of the events that we helped organize. We were one of 4 co-founders. Even Damon John, one of the current Sharks, who gave us a shout out for that program. Susie Carter, CEO of Motivating the Masses with Lisa Nichols from The Secret, and billionaire Jesse Itzler with his wife, the Spanx founder, and he's the founder of the 100 Mile Group VC. And we put this program together, and it happened because of that one video I mentioned, the Times Square video, right? That was seen by another founder, and he contacted us and invited us to help be part of this incredible Survive and Thrive 3-day boot camp for mission-driven tech entrepreneurs, investors, and startups. So we've been covered in the Huffington Post as a result of this event that was just last month, really. And we've even got clients, as mentioned, who let us participate in the upside. We charged, in this case, 5 figures. And Brian is actually one of the top all-state insurance agencies, like he's number 16 out of 14,000 superstar. He's a member of the National Board of Advisory of Allstate. Allstate, as you probably know, is one of the top biggest companies in the world. Fortune 100, 84, I think, $35 billion a year. Brian's like the youngest guy on the National Advisory Board at a tender age of 30. And we've partnered him on a particular project where he's giving us 1/3 of the upside. And he signed up just after 2 calls. Right? So some house rules here. Right? So high impact videos work, but the truth is, it's not get rich quick. This is not something you just set up and set and forget, none of that sort of stuff. And obviously, our clients' results and our results are not typical. Quick, important disclaimer. But this is the truth as well. The social media and video marketing consulting mega trend is here to stay. More than 60% of small businesses say they're going to be investing or want to invest more in video in the next year or two. right? They're talking about 28 million small businesses. 92% obviously know and say that social media marketing is important, but 34% don't have any real social media presence, and as mentioned, 60% want to invest in more video. Local businesses will pay. Like at the moment, only about 50% or 80% of businesses have spent a little bit of money on Facebook, but not a whole lot, like, $50 in about 3 months every quarter. Well, that was the results from Small Business Trends statistics. And only about 9%, all right, of small businesses use YouTube. That's an uncharted territory for small businesses as well. Great opportunity. So it's really the perfect time to build a star personal brand. That's how you'll differentiate yourself. That's how you'll stand out from the crowd. And, this is a perfect opportunity to get into social media marketing agency type business model where you're offering video marketing, not just Facebook marketing or YouTube marketing or whatever, but incorporating video marketing as well. It is one of the biggest and hottest online opportunities at the moment because there's 30 million small businesses who need their social media support. And why Facebook? This is our specialty, and we focus on it because there's about 2 billion people worldwide, and that's the marketplace, more than India, China, you name it. 1.15 billion active mobile users daily. Now, traditional advertising, I won't go into this because it's expensive, it's hard to measure and track, and it's impersonal. Obviously, a lot less targeted, tons of competition. But this is the trend. We're taking about, it's going from 2015, 32% of advertising spent on digital to 41% in just a few years. And it's overtaking television as well for the first time. So let me ask you, is your business truly ready to take advantage of this huge boom? 80% of the world's internet traffic by 2020 will be video. 600% increases in sales with the right type of video testimonials. Increase of 50% conversions if you have the right type of video on the sales page, for example. And obviously, organic traffic will be going up as well. There's 10 key reasons why Facebook is such a juggernaut in this space. From not only the user base, but the ability just to retarget, right? 6-7 times, they say, 7 to 10 times of contact will convert into sales. The precise location, geo-targeted within a mile or two. Split testing, quick changes on the fly, interactive, the virality of the videos, people sharing it, liking it, and the artificial intelligence. We can't stress enough the value of their AI. They have so many thousands, tens of thousands, millions of data points. Optimization and the direct response element as well. From television infomercials, this is where it's going, to online infomercials. You've probably seen the squatty potty purple videos, the unicorns and so on. They work brilliantly on, that's high impact videos. That's one type of high impact video if you can afford the $500,000 budget. But we're going to show you how to do something which may cost only a small fraction. You can get something done for literally hundreds of dollars. So it's a small fraction if you know what you're doing. But how did I get into this? I grew up in down under Australia many years ago, in the 70s, and that's me doing a Gangnam style dance. I was pretty active back then. But I did the traditional, work hard, study hard, get a good job. I was in the consulting path, right? It was a ex-McKinsey, Boston Consulting spin-off, high-level strategy consulting over, Fortune 100 companies that I was working with. It was great. It was a great lifestyle, crazy type of hours, but, it had a lot of perks. But, it was not really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, put it that way. And one day, this was in the late 90s, I had the opportunity to partner with the Young Australian of the Year, Tan Le, and that became my journey into entrepreneurship, tech entrepreneurship specifically. Fast forward a few years, something happened that really transformed my life. It was a defining moment, you could say. I got this phone call one afternoon from a dear friend, and he said, "Kian, you got to meet Jennifer. She just escaped China. She was persecuted in a slave labor camp, and she just got to Australia. You got to help her." And she wrote this book eventually, this best-selling book, Witnessing History, One Woman's Fight for Freedom. And it was really a call for help and for freedom. I was very lucky. My grandparents left China over 100 years ago. I grew up in a democracy and had all the blessings of a free nation. But I had the epiphany as well at that moment. How do I help her get her message out? And one day when she was being interviewed by a TV network in Melbourne at the time, I said, this is the way. Video is the future. I've got to figure out how I can help get this message. So I moved to New York, and there was books written about the horrific persecution, organ harvesting of innocent people. Just Google organ harvesting China, and you will see a plethora of news and articles about this horrific genocide, you could say, inside China. That's still happening today. Check out this book, The Slaughter by Ethan Gutman. But how do we get this message out there? Because not everyone wants to read. And that's why I realized there was an opportunity to help volunteer for this nonprofit TV network that interviewed Jennifer all those years ago. So I moved to New York City on a mission to do pure pro bono work. This is 2005. And I was there for 4 years, full time pretty much, volunteering my time. And that's how I fell into media. I was this dorky, number crunching, finance actuarial guy getting into consulting, as I joke in my videos. I never would have thought in a million years I'd end up this kind of mini celebrity online for them, becoming a YouTube star for them in the particular niche and hosting live events and broadcasting live on satellite and television and cable. I had the pleasure of interviewing the likes of Dr. John Gray, Michael Gerber, Robert Kiyosaki, and so on. And I fell into producing as well. This became this big, passion project, ultimately evolved into making a movie out of Jennifer's story, which became this Oscar contender film that spread all around the world. That's how I met Ollie as well. He was helping me screen the film in Finland. So we were invited all around the world, even Google headquarters, United Nations, and even the Genius Network. If you're familiar with Joe Polish's incredible community, $25,000 a year. So I had the real pleasure of and honor of being able to present at that event. And all these amazing, these are the people I grew up watching either on television or reading the J. Abraham books, $400 manuals. They all use high impact video, right? So it was an epiphany that, wow, I could, take what I've learned, from all the 10, 15, 20 years of consulting and in media for the last 12 years in the nonprofit realm, and then share this with businesses all around the world, enlightened entrepreneurs. And NTD recently just cracked the code on Facebook. This is the TV network that I helped volunteer for all those years and helped set up their English division. Now they've got like 80 million fans on Facebook through the video work that they've done. Incredible. Over 1 billion views a month. You can see the number 3 in the world here. So top engagement, 2-3 billion views at its peak, just back in February in 2017. So what are the 3 secrets to a 7-figure star personal brand online? The secret number 1, the star infomercial funnel. I'll explain that in a lot more detail, right? We created this term. Number 2, high impact videos. We're going to get into the 5 magic ingredients to create this high impact feel. And number 3, consultative selling. Right? It's not about being salesy and so on. So first up, star infomercial funnel, the 5-step methodology to help you go to 6 or 7 figures without having to be even internet famous like all these gurus. So how do you get your high-paying clients online? Well, here is the simple 5 steps. Number 1, you need your branded video. We're going to explain exactly how you create the scripting of it, how to present in front of a camera, how to be behind the camera as well. Number 2, your testimonial reel, video. High impact. I showed you one example. You can go to our website and see a whole range of high impact testimonial videos that really get the emotional engagement with your potential clients. And then the discovery call. It's 15 minutes. We're going to explain step by step the 9-step methodology we use for the 15-minute qualification call. It's brilliant. And then the 4th step is your webinar. You get people to check out a more extended presentation online, and that way you can pre-frame them, educate them before they get on the main, you could say, strategy call for 45 minutes or an hour, and that's when you enroll them into your program. So to the first step, we'll talk about the branded video in the second secret, okay? But we're going to talk quickly about the framework. Star content page. Forbes Riley, we had the fortune of, working with her. We just met her over a weekend and we interviewed her, and then we got this most amazing testimonial from Forbes. It's 90 seconds. I'm sure you've seen it. If not, go to starproducermastery.com and you'll see it in full flight. And once people see your branded video, some testimonial videos, then they can schedule an appointment automatically with you, right? It syncs with your Google Calendar. Here's one example how we, managed to get a client joined within just a week, right? So you can see here, our average over like 6-7 months, we were getting about $35 appointments. These are appointments. All the gurus, you may have heard them say, if you can get an appointment for $100, $200, close 1 in 5, you're doing well for high ticket. But we were getting, because of video marketing and the engagement that we were getting, $25 to $30 on average. It wasn't just the $35 from Facebook statistics and retargeting. It dropped down to $23. That was like a 50% drop because of this. Because on Facebook, people ping you, so private message me. So you got engagement in multiple ways, right? So you can send them private messages. They don't necessarily going to opt in immediately, but they want to chat with you online. You get an assistant to give them some information, and then they might book an appointment. All right, so this is an example where I think it was June 9th this year. Edric there scheduled a 15-minute call, 8:30 in the morning. The following Monday, we had our 1-hour proper discovery, strategy call. Over the weekend, he checked out all our webinars, and boom, 3 days later, he signed the contract, $6,000. It was one of our, group coaching clients. We use this DocuSign online thing that people can sign. Pretty cool. So that is, in a nutshell, obviously there's many different elements to this. We'll explain how you can get access to the full detailed training of this methodology. But that will give you an idea. It's not as complicated as it sounds because this particular funnel utilizes video marketing. Others that are far more complicated doesn't necessarily benefit from your personal branding, all right? So that's your star infomercial funnel, secret number 1. Let's move on to secret number 2. What are the 5 magic ingredients of high impact videos? How to instantly build that credibility, the rapport, the trust using our GREAT, great high impact video formula. Well, let's talk about storytelling, your life story. This is your competitive advantage. There's only one of you. There's only you who can tell your story from a point of vulnerability as well as from a point of power, you could say, right? That conviction when you share your message, your vision with someone who's never met you before. That's your USP. And people are triggered and motivated by great stories. It impacts people at the physiological level, emotional level, and the feeling, not just analytical level. Facts tell, stories sell. The problem is most of us suck at selling our own story or even telling our own pitch. Try to perfect your 90-second pitch. If you're a tech startup or whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or a chiropractor or whatever, or a video marketer or what, you've got to perfect your 90-second pitch. So the solution, it's partly telling your hero's journey. This is Joseph Campbell's archetypal story that just works brilliantly. It really delves into our subconscious, and we love stories. And then to simplify the hero's journey, it's 2 steps. 1, the pit, where you reveal your vulnerable moment, to the breakthrough for success and credibility. That are the 2 key elements of the hero's journey. And then when you factor in these 5 steps, this is where you're going to get a winner. The high impact video formula. First up, the G stands for what? You got to grab their attention. You got 5 to 7 seconds as people scrolling down the Facebook feed, literally just a few seconds, grab their attention. It could be you on camera, it could be words popping up, it could be the backdrop, right? Something that just draws them in. Number 2, you got to relate to their pain and problems straight away. They don't care about anything but what's in it for me, right? And you can share your hero's journey at this point if it relates to this in a way that really resonates with people's pain, and you can offer the solution. Then you can get people excited. The E stands for not just excite, but to educate, right? So this is where the 3 A's come into play. Amusement. You gotta make them laugh or smile a little bit. Right? If you can make them laugh and cry, you can make them buy. Now, the second A is the awe-inspiring element of your story. If you don't awe-inspire them, they're not gonna go. If there's no wow factor, forget it. And finally, the anger, the good versus evil, the breakthrough, against this big, industry that's controlling everything, and you're going to come up with a way to transform an industry or whatever. The A, the call to action. What is the irresistible offer that you can offer them so they're going to click on a button, not just a lead magnet. We're talking about an irresistible offer that will get them to contact you or click a button or share. And then it's not last but least, this is actually can be incorporated throughout the 90 seconds, is not the last thing, is the T for testimonials, the social proof. How can you demonstrate that on video, being interviewed, when you talk about being interviewed, and you see a second or two of that footage, or certain awards, or certain testimonials from clients, right? So this is a formula. It sounds very simple, but this is the methodology. Craft your 90-second or 2-minute pitch, your script. If you want to make a, Oscar, award-winning film or whatever, you got to start off with what? You got to start off with a brilliant script before you'll attract the funding, the director, and so on and so forth, and the producer. I want to case study this because this one doesn't even have the hero's journey. This is low production. This is done in a studio setting just like this. The Aura Brush, $500 budget. The geniuses of Harmon Brothers, we love them. 10 million in sales. This is years ago. That was a lot of money. 26 million views. Check this out. Just watch a few seconds of it, 10 seconds of this, and you'll get how it just grabs your attention and speaks to you and your bad breath. Check this out.
Halitophobia, the irrational fear of bad breath. I'm a halitophobic. I'm not so much afraid of me having bad breath. I'm afraid of other people having bad breath. As in, hey buddy, your breath smells like crap. Maybe you should develop a case of halitophobia.
Wasn't that cool? Check out the rest of it. You can YouTube it. On to case study number 2. High-ticket affiliate programs. This lady is a pure genius at high-impact video. Bliss Diva. Go if you want to check out the full. I'm not going to play the full 3-minute video here. You can check out the link down there. The bit.ly link, Bliss Diva video. They've done about 1 million views now, right? Generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. Check out how it just grabs you in the first few seconds. Her backdrop is incredible. She's in Arizona, as you can see. But check out this video, just 20, 30 seconds of it, and watch the rest of it by yourself.
Way before earning millions of dollars online, all I wanted was independence. To be able to make decisions without asking for permission from a boss or a man. I didn't know how I would gain this independence, but as I came across the online business world, my entire mindset shifted. I began to see a way that I, a woman with no marketing, business, or internet skills, could step into this world and step into my power.
Case study number 3. Good old Ty Lopez has generated over 100 million views on this one. Here in my garage. This is actually well scripted. You should transcribe this. It's brilliant. And it follows the GREAT principle as well. When you spend the time to transcribe this by paper, but type it out, you'll see the brilliance of it. He's using props. He's using, and he's pivoting from the Lamborghini behind him to bookshelves. So there's a dopamine effect. There's the novelty aspect that we talk about in grabbing attention. This also tells his story, and he has multiple call to actions. He's got multiple social proof saying how he was on a TED Talk. You may have seen my TED Talk, blah, blah, blah. Go check out. I won't even play this one. You can find that everywhere on YouTube. Here in my garage, but it's legendary. Some people hate it because you think they're showing off the Lamborghini, but it's brilliant in terms of copywriting and scripting and delivery. He doesn't even use fancy cameras. I'm saying high-impact video doesn't need a $2,000 camera. You can do it with an iPhone like he's doing. But the scripting and the editing and all that makes a big difference. Case study number 4. Well, if you haven't seen our Times Square Facebook ad, check it out. Just go to this particular link, bit.ly/FB_Times Square 90-second video. So check that out. Pause the video, just write it out, and you can check out the 90-second video. So it's not just the scripting, right? What are the other elements of producing high-impact videos? Well, you need to present in front of the camera. You need to be a star presenter. These guys are amazing presenters, right? The Steve Jobs of the world, Simon Sinek, his TED Talk reached tens of millions of people. So we created a 5-step system as well to become a star presenter. Believe me, I was this dorky, behind the computer guy. And how did I get on camera? It was through practice. I was terrible at the beginning. I was stiff as anything. My voice was monotonous. It's not even my first language, but how do you actually go about creating a singing voice? That's universal. The most incredible musical instrument in the world is your voice. How do you develop the tonality and the melody and what we call the expressiveness to convey your story? So S. So follow musical principles. Number 2, T. The S-T-A-R, the T is talking with your hands. This is 30% of the impact, you could say. The hand gestures, the body. If I was talking to you like this, it would be pretty boring, I think, no matter how animated I was. So learn how to use the right hand gestures. You can YouTube, Google this stuff. And then we have A for appearance. This is, how you get the credibility. For me, I just wear my simple jacket, my blue shirt. That's my Steve Jobs look, right? I wear this all the time, whether, I'm presenting on stage or online. That's my look. What is your look, all right, that you feel very comfortable with, that becomes your brand? Obviously, ladies can mix your wardrobe. For guys, we can keep it more simple, let's say. And R for radiant eyes. Develop that vision, share your vision through your eyes, through the soul. That's a window through the soul, right? This is the place where people can feel your authenticity, can feel your kindness and your passion and really what you're about. It's not just about your brilliance and your expertise. It's about how you can convey your values through nonverbal even, right? So the radiant eyes makes a big difference. And then P for perspective. This is where the insights and stories, that's how you become a fantastic presenter. Now, how to become a star producer? This is not, a producer is not a director. They're not a videographer. They're not a video editor. This is where the magic happens because you can delegate. You don't have to reinvent the wheel and spend years figuring out cameras and software for Premiere Pro, Final Cut this, and forget about that, right? Become a producer. Develop the mindset of a business owner and learn how to delegate and outsource. This is where you can find talent at $5 an hour around the world. Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, $5 to $10 US. There's production roles and rates these days, virtual, right? Graphic designers, $700 to $1,200 US a month. You get some really good designers, you get some really good video editors for that type of pricing as well. We really recommend you hire full-time if you can, because you can build up the culture and you can build up their expertise in doing certain things as well, right? So easier to hire full-time, obviously do a lot of interviews first, check out their work, get them to do, compare their work. Tell them to do a 30-second edit of something and screen out 15 people and talk to them and so on and so forth. So that's the secret number 2, the 5 magic ingredients of high-impact videos. The GREAT, right? Grab attention, relate to their problems and pains, get them excited and educate them through the A's, the amusement, the anger, the awe-inspiring visuals and stories that you tell them, and obviously call to action, the irresistible offer, and the social proof and testimonials. That's the method to script. Now on to secret number 3, consultative selling. This is all about how to sell high-ticket products and services without being salesy or pushy in any way. And if you're a coach or a consultant or trainer, an expert, doctor, lawyer, or a broker selling high-ticket real estate or whatever, this is for you. Now, let's first talk about pricing. How do you charge and how can you be more value-based? Give me a simple example. You could sell information products, right, for $50, $100, even $1,000, but you're not necessarily offering transformation. And if you're a coach, you're there to inspire and to mentor people through a particular process. But if you're a consultant, you're actually delivering particular results, perhaps. You may be creating a website for a client. You're not just coaching them on building a website. You could be, actually designing a logo. Why would someone charge just $500 for a logo versus $50,000 for a logo? If you're value-based, what is it worth to the client? That can transform the way you sell. You're no longer just a salesperson selling commodity, you're actually a consultant, right? You're here to find out what their needs are, their dreams and goals and aspirations, create a step-by-step process, a strategy, and help them implement. So the greater the transformation, the greater the pricing and the value you're offering. So the traditional experts model, this is what this is all about, right? How to become an expert authority through high-impact video. So the traditional expert model online has often been tons of free traffic to your, go create vlogs and YouTube channels and content after article, then try to get people into your funnel to sell these $60, $100 ebooks and audio courses and video courses, and then hopefully sell the higher ticket down the road. Now that's a lot of funnel building for a lot of people and it's a big headache. So unless you're an absolute guru with a huge tech team, it is not easy to implement. Very time consuming and hard to scale, right? Unless you've got a huge advertising budget. Much faster monetization path to, for experts online, which we advocate, is our star infomercial funnel. Create a high ticket offer, right? And then go straight to offering your high level group coaching, a hybrid coaching model, plus or consulting, right? Focus on providing a transformational experience. Then you can offer the high-end mastermind group coaching, and then if you want, you can go mass market to e-courses and seminars. Because by then you're making some high ticket commissions or high ticket consulting fees, which you can fund your advertising. This is what it's about, offering transformation. So think, you're a consultant, you're an expert, you're not just a salesperson, whatever you're selling. There's really 7 main ways of making money, multiple streams of income as a consultant coach business model. Number 1, just basic consultant fees. Like I charge 10 grand for a branded video, for example. A monthly retainer, could be 2, 3, 5 grand a month. Offer a percentage, be performance-based. We had a real estate client in Singapore said, I'll give you 25% of my gross commission. It's pretty good, especially when they're multi-million-dollar properties. Number 4, trade, barter. In initial days, you might offer to build a website, create a video for a client in exchange for something to get the testimonial as well. You can do an upfront. I love this model. Upfront payment, perhaps a short retainer of 3 to 5 grand. We charge like 6 grand a month, sometimes for 3-month period, and then a percentage of commission or percentage of profit sharing, you could say. We have, as I mentioned, we already had a sample, a case study earlier on with Brian. We were getting about 30% of his commission in addition to the 6K a month. Now, you could even exchange for ownership, equity, especially with tech startups who need a lot of, perhaps they're cash strapped, but they can offer equity. And then there's the hybrid group coaching, the mastermind model, which we love. It's scalable, and you can have 10, 15, 20 people on a group coaching call, charge something which is cheaper than when you're offering one-on-one, but they get the mastermind effect as well as a win-win. Some examples from the online high-ticket group coaching market. You may have heard of these gurus in the industry, Russ Rufino's. They charge the $9,000 to $15,000 just for like an 8-week course or 12-week course. The Frank Kerns are up there as well. The lesser brands, you could be charging $1,000, to a couple of $1,000, or even as low as $500 for a group coaching program. Now, when we started, we looked at the competition, and you got to do your comparative analysis. That's a real consultant, right? You're not here to be a commodity. You're not necessarily benching on what other people do, but you need to be aware of that, right? What are you offering in terms of value, and what is the price point? How competitive is it? So our pre-launch price was in between. It was about $5K, and we're offering up to 16 weeks. In some cases, 6 months of coaching even, right? So here is a simple business model where you can see how just with a handful of clients, 5 clients a month, if you're charging 2K, you could be making 10 grand a month, all right? And 1 or 2 clients if you're charging the upper end, 8 grand. If you want to make 7 figures like this, you only need like 11 clients a month if you're charging around that 8 grand, price point. So that is a massive difference between, so much easier in some ways than selling thousands and thousands of ebooks, especially if you're already a top expert. Obviously, the proviso is that you can really offer transformational results and you're in the top 5% of your industry. So what are the 5 key reasons why people buy high ticket? Understand the psychology of this, right? Whether you're selling even real estate or insurance, why do people willing to go to you? Why are people willing to go to you to list their multi-million-dollar homes as opposed to the average $500,000, $250,000 home? Understand, if you really want to pay a rise, understand the 5 key reasons. Number 1, they want access to a community, a high-end community. Number 2, results. They want step-by-step results. They want amazing results. And because it's their identity, they're used to buying first-class tickets. They're used to buying Gucci bags. And they want the status and support. Service and support is right up there, the top 2 or 3 things people are looking for. Some people are not price sensitive at all. Price is like number 3 or 4 in importance. They're looking for value, they're looking for support. And ultimately, they're looking for a unique transformational experience. Can't highlight that. What do people want? You're not offering just, what you think you're offering. You're ultimately offering the 3 things that most people value the most. This is a study done over 15 years in Melbourne, Australia, Deakin University. the golden triangle of happiness, people ultimately want three things: financial control and independence and freedom. Number two, strong, deep personal relationships. You're here to mentor and help people in their life's journey. And then finally, purpose and meaning in life. A sense of purpose, so critical. So keep that in mind when you're acting as a consultant, no matter what you're doing. So the golden triangle of high ticket pricing, you need to create your frameworks, your step-by-step methodology. 5, 7, or 9 is generally a good number. 7 is a great number. It's the most popular number in the world. Performance and mindset coaching. If you're doing coaching, you've got to really provide that mindset and transformation. Even if you're a consultant, you've got to help people, transfer your knowledge if you can. And finally, world-class support. That's what ultimately people want, So what's our 45 to 60 minute strategy call methodology where we're closing people into $9,000, $15,000 coaching programs? Well, phase 1, lead like a star. There's really 9 steps, 3 kind of key phases. Lead like a star, stretch the gap, get hired. So in the first few steps, in the first 5 or 10 minutes, you're chit-chatting, you're building rapport, asking questions and setting the agenda, and then asking, why us, why now? Get back into this main premise. Why did they reach out to you? There's something about your ad that really triggered this physiological reaction. They said, I need your help. Otherwise, they would not have reached out and booked an appointment. Then you stretch the gap. What do we mean by that? It's what's their reality? What are their results they want to achieve? But what are the roadblocks? That's why you get the different smiley faces, right? The reality is, I'm happy, kind of reasonably happy. They're going to keep a smiley face, but then let them dream. What are the results they want? And then ultimately, what's not working? And this is where, to get hired, you need to summarize the value. Once again, it's value-based pricing that you're offering to your clients, your USP, your secret sauce. And you need to ask these specific questions because at some point, once you've done a good job of listening, right, and truly understanding their dreams and their problems, you can ask a simple question like, okay, are you coachable? Qualify them a little bit. That's one of the questions. Does this make sense? That's one of the questions you ask, right? And then in terms of when you're giving them feedback, the feedback about the value, right? And then you ask them this one critical question. Okay, where do we go from here? Keep your mouth shut. And then that's when they ask, so tell me about your coaching program. Once again, you're not being salesy. You're not trying to push an agenda on them. Let them come to you and say, I'm ready. Tell me what you got to offer. Right? And that's where this elixir is, one drip at a time. You might have a 5-step process. You just refrain from doing a diatribe, a spiel of 5 minutes of selling whatever. Just offer one key drop of your elixir, all right, your solution, and then ask, does that make sense? Get feedback, and then do the second point, and so on and so forth. That's the key. I'm not going to go too much depth. Download this 25-page document as a freebie. We'll explain how, stay to the end, and this will explain word for word what we say, different scenarios. It's a pure gem. If you get a chance to go through this multiple times and modify it, implement it for your particular industry, your particular business, you'll double, triple your sales if you do it the right way. So, what have we achieved? What are the 3 key secrets again to building a 7-figure star personal brand? To recap, number 1, the star infomercial funnel. All right, you got the personal branded video, you got the testimonial reel, then the first initial 15-minute call. Then drive them to a pre-framed webinar to get them really excited about who you are, right? And then get them on that important 60-minute strategy call. Then secondly, the high impact video, the great high impact formula, right? Grab their attention, relate to their problems, excite them, educate them, call to action, and testimonials. And then finally, consultative selling, selling value. And then, so that's it for this training, but what can we do from here? Right? I can't ask you the question and you can't really interact at this point, but basically you got 2 options. Number 1, you can go it alone, implement what you've learned, download all our freebies, and you can spend the thousands of dollars. Unfortunately, it could be tens of thousands of dollars figuring this stuff out yourself. I think it can be frustrating, and you could spend quite a few years of your life to figure out what we've spent over the last 15, 20 years figuring out. Or obviously, you can learn the proven system that we've developed. So you can build your star personal brand as quickly as possible and incorporate high impact video into your business. So, introducing our Star Producer Mastery 7-week program to building a 7-figure star personal brand and business, right? So what's this all about? Once again, it's about learning how to craft your 90-second or 2-minute, star trailer to position yourself as a leading authority in your niche. Create your high-ticket program or group coaching program if you're a consultant or a coach, including the right pricing, the right delivery method. 3, you're going to design your high-ticket converting Facebook video ad, to drive these qualified leads to your funnel. And of course, you're going to set up your funnel. All right, what does that involve? All the different moving parts that compels your dream clients to reach out, download something, book an appointment, give you guys a call. And then finally, how to enroll these prospects into your high-ticket products and services using our Star Discovery, Star Strategy system for sales. So there is a methodology. We have a 5-step process, STAR P to 5. We created an acronym out of our name, our brand, you could say. Number 1, the S stands for developing your strategic story. And how do you sell that in a particular way, whether you're selling high-end real estate or coaching or consulting or digital marketing services. Then your T stands for developing really the most valuable component or asset of your business, which is your intellectual property. We call it the marketing technology, your frameworks and systems. How do you document this so you can duplicate yourself? Number 3, accessing your genius. Ultimately, your creativity is the most valuable asset you have besides your IP, right? So that's where your IP come from, your creativity and ability to learn. There's so much to learn, obviously, in this social media world. Accessing your genius. Rich, healthy relationships. It's all about building relationships for yourself, personal, for your business, your team. And then finally, the P. There's really 5 Ps within the, P for producer, P for presenter. Number 1, be a top presenter on camera. How do you use your hand gestures, your voice, what to wear, everything, as we mentioned before. How to be a star producer of high-impact videos, webinars, live presentations like this being recorded and captured and edited so you can piece together some amazing, high-impact videos within these type of presentations. How to do Facebook Lives like this even. How to be a star promoter, obviously, on Facebook. Once you create a video funnel, you can apply that to YouTube, you can apply this to Google Ads, but we teach you a lot of the nuances of Facebook marketing. And finally, star partnerships. Once you've created your IP, you might have documented this, you can scale, right? You can partner with people with 1 million emails, and if you're an affiliate marketer, that's when you can really scale to the six-figure launches and so on. And then finally, day-to-day productivity. Star productivity is where the rubber meets the road. If you don't have this perfect day formula and you don't stick to the discipline of what you need to do day to day to implement the stuff, you won't get the transformation. So the 7 weeks to 7 figures, we call it our platinum membership. You can go to this particular website, starproduceracademy.com/platinum to check out and preview some of the video training. You can see all the different sections, all the different 200 odd videos, 5-10 minute videos that we've created, very consumable. You can check it out first. So this is a screenshot of inside the membership platform, very clean video play. You can watch it 1.5 times the speed. To speed things up, you can download our MP3s if you want to listen on the way to work or whatever. You can download your PowerPoint, PDF slides. There's swipe files, there's contracts, there's everything you need to build whether it's a digital marketing agency with the video component to it, or you want to just take your personal brand to the next level using video and Facebook marketing. Right? So once again, you can see each step and you can preview this. You can head in, log in, and have a look at each of the videos, the quality of the production. This is a similar studio that we use, and we teach you even how to set up a studio. How big a studio do you need? It's not that expensive. It's just a white screen behind us, right? So pretty neat. So this is working for a variety of industries. Our clients have included experts, top experts in the world, coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, brokers, real estate agents, insurance brokers, business brokers, franchise brokers even, mortgage brokers, social media management consultants and digital marketers, from tech startups all around the world to the newbie online entrepreneur as well. Ultimately, if you're here to master video marketing on social media, this course is for you. So what do you get for this course, right? For our platinum membership? You get 1 year's access to our Star Producer Facebook Video Mastery course. This is the Platinum program, right? $2,985 value, right? What else do you get? What else do you need, right? So it's, once again, we need to provide you with the world-class support as part of the package, you can say. So we have a closed group on Facebook where you could be sharing your videos and getting feedback about the copy or whatever, the script. You can see here the art of high impact videos and high ticket sales. Go check that out. And then what else do you need? So you get the 1 year's access to our online video mastery course. You get access to our Facebook community valued at $497. What else do you need? All right, obviously some live support. So Ollie and I, twice a month, right, for the whole year, you get access to this. We'll be doing live Q&A Zoom calls where you can just log in, submit your questions in advance, and we will answer. We'll showcase the latest stuff that's happening. So you're always up to date with the latest happenings on Facebook, video marketing, strategies and techniques, and so on. So twice a month. All right, so you get all that. Twice a month, that's valued at $997. What else do you get? Well, wait, there's more. Right? This is a mini infomercial here. Our Inner Circle Mastermind program, recorded Q&A calls. We've recorded over 6 months of case studies of live workings with our $9,000, $15,000 clients, where you can actually see us fixing their scripts, critiquing their videos, setting up their Facebook campaigns. All right, so that is $997 in value. All right, so total value $5,476. Now, one of the 4 key bonuses that we're offering, star partnerships. If you really want to take your business to the next level, you need to find the right business partners and the right, like the CTO. If you're struggling with the techie stuff, you might want to find a co-founder. You may want to find a joint venture partner. This module is pure gold, $497. You can buy these modules separately, mind you, but we're throwing it in as a free bonus. So that's the first bonus, a star partnership, $497 value. The total now is $5,973. We're stacking all this up. And then the second bonus is our star productivity guide, as mentioned. How do you develop your perfect day formula? How do you wake up at 5 a.m. consistently, or 6 a.m. if you can't make 5 a.m. initially, and then plan out so you're not distracted by, do you have a minute? And all these other distractions like Facebook, right? Facebook can be used for good and for not so good, right? So productivity, the success habits are the key to your success, really. And these are, in terms of procrastination, how do you overcome procrastination? How do you, develop a mindset of journaling every day? This will ultimately, it's all about productivity day to day. $497 value there, sorry, $297 value there. So now we're up to 6270. And then now, bonus number 3, accessing your genius. I'll teach you within just 70 minutes how to develop a mega memory and memorize a 1,000-digit number backwards and forwards. And like, what's the 397th digit? You go, oh, it was 7, right? We'll teach you how to do this. It's like, not gonna happen overnight. You'll learn the 70 minutes of how to implement this, and then you're gonna practice, obviously. But why am I teaching this? Because actually this methodology stimulates your creativity. You become a movie director in your head. Once again, it's about being a director and producer. So we're using this methodology to help you overcome any oh, there's too much to learn, or I can't learn this new thing, this new industry. No, you have an incredible, creative, mega memory in there. You got to tap into it. We never learned this at school. It's ridiculous. This changed, what I learned here changed my life 20 years ago when I was still studying and working full time. So accessing your genius. So that's a solid $297 value. And what are we up to now? 6567 total value. You get a Facebook Video Mastery 1 year access. You get 1 year access to our Star Producer closed Facebook group. You get twice a month 1 year access to Ollie and I live Q&A on a Zoom call. Fantastic webinar platform. You can get access to recorded Q&A calls for over 6 months of recording. You get the bonus Star Partnership, the Star Productivity, and accessing your genius. And wait, there's more rich, healthy relationships. This is a key bonus. Build your brand culture. If you really want to scale your business, you need to develop core values in your company. We have our RICH core values, being real, integrity, compassion and care, and being humorous. right? And being humble. Those are our core values, to create this tribe of raving fans and raving team members within your business. So you get all these bonuses, and is there anything else? There's one little extra spot there, right? Total value 6864. All right, but what are you getting, all right? It's just the recap here. Courses included with the purchase. You get the strategic story selling module, valued at $297. The module 2, technology, marketing frameworks and systems. You can buy these standalone. You go to our starproduceracademy.com/platinum and you can see how you can buy them separately. Accessing your genius, rich, healthy relations, star presenter, star producer, star promoter, and partnerships and productivity, and the Q&A calls recorded, right, from our group coaching, high-end group coaching calls. Now, here's an interesting twist to it. We actually care about your results, so that we're going to offer accreditation if you fill out all the workbooks, because every module, there's a bunch of different questions and exercises that where we say, okay, stop the video now and do the workbook, right? So if you actually fill it out, we can see your progress. We can actually see whether you've watched the entire video or not. Send it to us. We'll even review your videos. Once you create your branded video, you can share it. I'll personally take a look at your 2-minute video and give you feedback. Or Ollie, we will accredit you if you're up to standard, if you've been following our methodology. You can see here, the back office, we track everything. We can see what percentage you've watched of what video of which module. Pretty cool. Now, if you want to take this then one step further, we are actually looking for partners, star producer licensees. All right, I didn't call my company Kian blah 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 is marketing or whatever. I created this company to be Star Producer Academy for a reason, because we really want to empower. We don't want the traditional consulting model where you got to hire people and so on. We want you to be an entrepreneur and take the intellectual property, the 20, 30 hours of core content that we created for our Platinum program, plus over 100 hours of workshops that we recorded as a bonus for you, and provide a whole year of training and support, and even one-on-one support. And if you're interested in taking this to your country, to your region, and niching in particular industries, contact me personally. I'll actually spend some time with you on a call. Just book a free call with me. HelpMeGetStarClients.com. HelpMeGetStarClients.com and schedule a call with myself. So I'm not going to be a salesperson. For a limited time, I'm going to take every single one of these calls. So we are looking for the right partners who really are mission driven. Now, we've already taken some licensees here. Edmund Yen in New York City, his specialty is the law niche. In the personal injury law world, people are spending up to $1 million a month on traditional television advertising because they're making 30% of the claims they get back for people injured in car accidents or tobacco cases or whatever. They could be claiming $100 million in compensation, even up to $1 billion. So can you imagine what they're missing out if they haven't applied video marketing on Facebook, and how much more targeted the artificial intelligence is and sort of mass marketing to the world through television or newspaper or subway stations in New York City. All right, so his niche is the law practice. David Lim, he's a 7-figure speaker, and his clients are Fortune 100. The top 30% of the Fortune 100 companies have hired him over the 15 years. We're helping him create Everest Speakers Academy. So he's licensing our technology. He can resell it. He can take our $2,000 program and repackage it and incorporate it into his high-ticket group coaching offering. And, that's very exciting. Everest Speakers Academy, check it out. So, in a nutshell, if all this did was simply to get your business finally to get a predictable flow of lead generation, right? Predictable flow of qualified people to pay your high-ticket products and services, would it be worth it? Now, if all this did was to help you share your message with the world, with more people, so you can transform more people's lives, would it be worth it? And finally, if all this did was to give you the ability to take your business online and scale your business online and dramatically raise your income and your revenues without, while freeing up your time, because if you implement the right outsourcing techniques, you're going to free up a lot of time. Would it be worth it? So, here's a really important question. I don't know your business, but you understand your lifetime value of a customer. So what is the lifetime value of a high-ticket customer worth to you? And if I could double or triple your lead flow, right? Is your lifetime value worth $2,000? If you're a real estate broker, is it $10,000 for a single transaction? If you're an insurance agent, right? what's a $2,000 premium a year worth to you for a car insurance, right? On average of 7 to 10 years, they stay in your books. What's it worth to you? And how much would you pay to be able to consistently double or triple your lead flow through the power of this Facebook marketing? You know, it really took us over 20 years I've been in this industry, consulting and startups since 1999. It kind of dates me a little bit. And for Ollie, his tech stuff, he's been doing it since he was 5 and he's like in his mid-30s. So we've been doing this for quite a while and we've figured it out. People are paying us $6,000, $9,000 for just our group coaching. And people are paying us $15,000. People have paid us hundreds of thousands of dollars for us consulting, you know, for them. Plus even getting a percentage, 10 to 25% of profit sharing for particular projects. So you can see why it's a good deal at even $5,000. But of course, you're not going to have to pay $5,000. You won't even have to pay $3,000 for this 1-year program. Or even the regular price of $1997, just shy of $2,000. You can go check it out. Let's go to our website, starproduceracademy.com/platinum. It's the regular price, $2,000. But because you actually spent the entire hour plus with us and watched through this entire webinar, we have what we call an irresistible offer. You can get started for just $997. That's 50% off. That's one payment of $997. Now, if that's a little bit on the higher side and you'd like to spread this out over 4 equal monthly payments of just $279, we have a payment plan for you. 4 monthly payments of $279. So that's an extra $100, $200 extra. So if you want to make a bit of savings, just pay it up front, $997. Now, this is just for the first 50 fast action takers. So, you know, go to this URL now, write this down. Oh, by the way, it is 30-day money back guarantee. You can try it out for a full 30 days, see if it's a good fit for you. And if not, just simply email us at support@starproduceracademy.com with a subject email refund, please, and to get a full refund. So in summary, you get the full 1 year's access to our Star Producer online platinum membership program. You get a full year's access to our closed group on Facebook, full year's access to our twice a month live Q&A with Ollie and myself. Ollie's a tech genius, all the latest Facebook updates, all the latest strategies for video marketing and sales, we cover it, right? And you get the recorded Q&A calls of all our high-end group coaching programs. So you can get started now for just $997 or 4 monthly payments of $279. Best savings, go to our website, startproduceracademy.com/start1 or start4, the number 4 for the 4 monthly payments. Any questions, feel free to email us. You want to obviously ask for your free bonus as well. As promised, just send an email to support@startproduceracademy.com with a subject header, free bonus from webinar, and we'll send you all those bonuses. Any questions, just contact us, but take massive action. You got nothing to lose. You got a full 30 days. Go to our website once again and check out this program. If you are ready to take your brand to the next level, be the star of your business, share your message with the world, and live with purpose, passion, and freedom, we look forward to serving you. On that note, we'll see you hopefully at a live event. Cheers.